Well, hello and welcome to our video. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection attorney in the state of Alabama. And I want to share with you an example of an FDCPA lawsuit that we filed. And the FDCPA is Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And so here's a summary of the case. We have a debt buyer or a debt collector, LVNV. They sued our consumer, our client, and our consumer won the lawsuit. And she had a lawyer. She won the lawsuit. So that should have been the end of it. But LVNV and then this collection law firm Budzik or Dynia decided they wanted to collect the same debt from our client, the consumer, even though she had won her case, which means that she did not owe the debt. So the collection law firm sent a letter directly to the consumer instead of her attorney. And that's a violation of the FDCPA. And here's the biggest thing is that there's no debt that's owed. When she won her case, that meant she did not owe the debt. So they're sending a collection letter, not going through the attorney, sending it directly to the consumer. That violates the law. And just trying to collect a non-existent debt violates the law. And so this is an out-of-state law firm, not even licensed to practice law in Alabama. And maybe that's why they did this, although they should understand federal law, the FDCPA. But here they are, the out-of-state law firm threatening a consumer on a debt that was not even owed. And then they even said, look, we admit no lawyers even looked at this before we send out this letter on our letterhead. It's just outrageous. Now they think doing that gives them protection. But it really just made matters worse in this situation. And then there were threats that, by the way, we're going to credit report on this debt. Now remember, the debt does not exist. Our client did not owe any money to LVNV. That's the result of winning. She won her case, which means she does not owe that debt. And, going back to the credit reporting, I guess we can give LVNV credit on this. It was not just an empty or an idle threat. They, in fact, credit reported this debt as being owed when a judge had already said our client does not owe LVNV any money, but they still credit reported. So what's the problem? Well, sued in a bogus lawsuit, being harassed again on a debt that's not owed, and being credit reported on a bogus debt. Again, the debt that the judge just said, this is not owed. So she's at risk of being sued again. And we, as I'm recording this video, we have a case right now where somebody was sued. It was by a different debt buyer called Main Street. But Main Street sued, lost, sued again on the same debt after sending collection letters. So our client was very much at risk of being sued a second time on a debt that's not owed. So here's the solution. You sue LVNV. You sue this out-of-state collection law firm, Budzik or Dynia, whatever they call themselves. It's an outfit out of Chicago. And what laws do we use to sue them? Well, we use the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. We also sued Budzik for the unauthorized practice of law. Here they are practicing law in Alabama, and they're not licensed in Alabama. And then we also used other Alabama state law, such as malicious prosecution. That's when you sue somebody when you have no basis to sue them. That would have been LVNV. Invasion of privacy and other laws that we use in Alabama. Now, how can all this help you? Well, first of all, you need to finish the job when you win your collection case. We have a 5-step process for success when you've been sued by a debt collector. First, you figure out your current location. You review your 5 options you have. You pick the best option, and then you take immediate action on that best option. And then once you're done, let's say, as our client did, she won her case, then you finish the job. You make sure that everything is good with your credit report. There was no false credit reporting. If it was a bogus lawsuit, then you take care of that. You finish the job. So be vigilant on your credit reports. check your credit reports. It is not unusual at all for these debt collectors. They might get beat and maybe they'll take it off your credit report, although we encourage them to do that by suing them. But let's say they take it off. Well, maybe 6 months later they'll put it back on. And sometimes they'll change the account number by one number. Okay. What about collection letters, collection calls? We had one lady that she was sued, and then the same identical law firm, the collection law firm, sent her a letter, and she won her case. And this collection law firm sent her a letter. It said, if you do not pay us, we will sue you. Well, we know that these companies will sue twice, even though that is just outrageous conduct. But the reason they do it is they figure, people won't notice. People will default. They won't answer. Or they'll just assume we can do this. No, you got to be vigilant about this. Check your credit reports. Check those collection letters, those collection calls. You get some unusual number calling you, answer the phone. Say, hey, what's going on? What is this that you're calling about? What debt are you talking about? And then ultimately, here's how you finish it up. You sue these debt collectors when they break the law. Now, you do that for two reasons. One, to protect yourself. Okay, get them to stop bothering you, get them to compensate you, even under the right circumstances, to punish them. But you also do it for the sake of your community, to protect the community, make the community safe. So when these debt collectors are going, should we break the law in Alabama? You want somebody to go, no. Those people down there, they will sue you. They will hold us accountable. They will get money damages against us. Do not break the law there. Well, that's protecting your community. When you sue these guys, you send a message. And it may take more than one lawsuit. It may take dozens of people suing them. But eventually it gets through their heads. They go, oh, yeah, this is really not a good business deal to keep violating the law in Alabama and getting sued. So if you have questions, comments of a general nature, put those below this video or this article, however you're watching this. Now, if you have a specific question, live in the state of Alabama, just pick up the phone, give us a call. That's the easiest way to reach us, 205-879-2447. Or you can also go to our website, alabamaconsumer.com. There is a contact us. You should see a button there, or maybe it's up in the top. But you'll see that it's fairly easy to find a couple different places on our website to be able to send us a message, and then we'll get right back with you. So appreciate you watching this video. Hope it was helpful to you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.